Like Joe, what should they be following?
You should be following Eclectic Soul Cafe and at Eddie Von Clay on Instagram.
And you should be following at Living Like Joe Instagram and at YPFP _. Follow both of us for the wheels, deals, and steals, and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir.
So let's just get into it. Sean Weatherspoons, the blue version, canceled.
Canceled. The deal with Nike, I guess, apparently has been canceled completely with Sean Weatherspoon. I'm not sure if there's friction between the two camps, but somehow or another, he released a statement saying that the deal had been over for some time now. And then Nike released a statement saying that it was a great partner to work with, but the deal is now over. So we should see what's coming up next from Nike and their collabs and what's going on.
I think it was some type of friction because you don't give him a Nike collab. Or
I don't think it was his choice. I don't think he had anything to really do with it.
I mean,
to a degree.
To a degree. I'm saying something had happened. Maybe it was money, something had to, because it could be they gave him, like, let's say, not saying the slave deal, but let's say they gave him a bad deal, like just to get the shoe. And Sean, I'm working with Nike, so F it.
Yeah.
But then on the second release, he like, look, this did this numbers. Look at the number. Can I get cut a little more? Nike probably was like, all right, we don't need you now.
Yeah, I can see that.
Probably something like that. So
rumor has it that the traditional Nike deal, like for like a brand ambassador or like a celebrity, so to speak, it's only like $10,000 and $15,000. And a person like Sean Weatherspoon, where you have a round two that's making $6 million in a year, that $15,000 really wasn't making much sense to them. And let's say he was getting a little bit more, and he was actually getting a royalty off the shoe. They made the shoe kind of sort of limited, so even then the royalty wasn't that high, and they're not re-releasing it like they should have been. So like the Air Max Day, the votes and all that good stuff. Like I was one of the people who voted, and everyone who voted was supposed to get a chance to get the shoe. I never got the email, I never got the sneakers notification or anything. So if they're doing something like low on the scale like that, I can see how he was kind of upset with it. But then on the flip side with Nike, I mean, they run the culture when it comes to
exactly.
I won't say they run the culture. They have access to so much of the culture that Sean Weatherspoon to them is just
another shoe,
another person. I mean, shortly thereafter, you have the Ambush collab, you had a Cold Wall collab, you had another Don C collab. They went crazy with the Virgil collab. So at this point, you know they're not solely relying on one individual.
Right.
Like they can keep cranking out stuff.
I still would like to get my hands on it, but we'll see. Maybe in the future there's something like that to happen. We'll see what's going on. But this week in Supreme, if you don't know what happened, Stone Island drop.
Yes, they had a lot of Stone Island drop.
Figurine drop.
Figurine was crazy.
Which I don't know who got one, but
rumor has it between 50 and 100. The retail was $3,998. I'm not even sure where they came up with that number from.
I was gonna ask the same thing.
But hey, who knows? They were handmade. Don't know if they were numbered. Hopefully they should have been. Handmade, hand crafted, hand painted. Yeah, I mean they were dope. It's just if you could get your hands on them.
You got one. So the Stone Island, they made, of course, it's always expensive if you look at Stone Island. Some of the resale for the jacket and different stuff had a high resale value to it, so that also dropped. And remember, like we said last week, Band-Aids.
Yeah, Band-Aids did drop. I was able to get a box. If I'm not mistaken, Joe was able to get 2 or 3 boxes. I mean, for what they are, I mean, it's a Band-Aid, it's a Band-Aid. They're cool. You crack it open, because I opened mine from the bottom, that way I didn't crack the top. Just how they look, it has the traditional Supreme in the red, and it's got 2 stars on either side of the Supreme, which is pretty cool. Let me see if I can zoom that in for you. Pretty dope. I mean, it's Band-Aid. Again, I personally didn't see any at CVS, but people said they are popping up.
They were in LA. Okay. A lot of the Supreme Band-Aids they said that was out there was in LA. I don't really want to plug them, but Kais Omar, of course, he was in LA. And he showed a whole, when the CVS, it was like a row of like 4 of them in the Supreme Band-Aids. So I think LA did it. Maybe New York might have done it. But I don't think it's spread out too far where a lot of people did get the chance to get their hands on the Band-Aids. So I definitely got some supposed to be coming. Because this week Supreme has no confirmation out. Stuff just showed up out the blue.
It was kind of crazy. Like I was able to get like the only thing I really wanted from the Stone Island collab. Like the jackets and stuff, they're cool, they're dope. But I'm not a big Supreme like clothing individual. If anything, I wear the hats and the accessories. I was able to get the Stone Island hat. I ordered it, the drop date, and literally the next day, it was at the house. Again, I live in Maryland, so even still, Maryland, New York, that's still kind of crazy for it to drop so fast and the delivery so fast. But quality on this particular hat, this is one of the silk pieces. I want to say it came in 5 different colorways. This being they call it a light blue. I think it's more like a teal. Almost like a teal, kind of matches perfectly with the turbo green. I think it's amazing, honestly. It's crushed silk, and then they put their own little coating that Stone Island does on most of their apparel because they're kind of like a cold weather brand, so to speak.
I like
I mean,
that.
it's dope. The embroidery is nice. The back is like amazing. The Supreme embroidery, if you're used to like the traditional Supreme, and then on the tab, instead of having the Supreme, they put a Stone Island logo with the insignia. It's like etched in there. I thought it was pretty dope.
It's the details about the hat that I think are really crazy.
And then this is what threw me for a loop with it though. If you look at the actual tag, Stone Island, they have authenticators for their product, so you can actually scan it, just double check the authenticity.
That's
Which I think
crazy.
is amazing. Most companies don't do that. I think it's dope that they did.
If Supreme start doing that, like with BOGOs and stuff
Oh,
like that,
sweet.
that way, even if you bring a BOGO to a store, I can literally scan it and it can pop up in the Supreme system, and it really, I mean, they can code it a way where fakes can't even exist, you know. So that's something to look forward to as well. What else you got, my guy?
This is the other thing from the drop that I was able to get. It was one of the carrying pouches. I used to use it for my art supplies, to be honest with you, but they came in 5 colors:
Yep.
black, the
Teal.
teal, the red, green,
And
and there was another one. I think a red. It may have been a red one.
Red.
But it's pretty amazing though. For what it is, you got the all over Supreme print embroidered. You got the traditional Supreme tab. A 1, 2, 3 pockets, and then you have your little pencil holders. I put my sketch stuff in here, my iPad pencil. It was just something to have. It's really nice. I want to say the retail on it was like $30 some odd dollars. So the resale is not very high. It's a Cordura bag also, if you're familiar with the brand that does the fabrics. I mean, for what it was, it's pretty dope, inexpensive. They didn't sell out immediately. Like you had a couple days to get them if you wanted them. If I'm not mistaken, they are sold out now though. But it was just something extra.
And then, so a lot of people waiting on the NBA stuff to drop. So it's a lot of different more collabs coming. They had a mock-up of a Rolex, and this is for you actually. They had actually like a box logo Rolex.
I didn't see that. I saw that one. And I also saw the Swarovski.
Yeah.
That was actually supposed to drop this week. I guess they pushed it back, as well as the NBA stuff that was supposed to drop, but it got pushed back.
They said the Swarovski Crystal BOGO is supposed to drop in April now.
Okay.
They changed the date to April, so we're gonna see how it play out with Supreme. They have a lot of stuff coming, so we're gonna see. So I'm happy with this week. It was cool, but I like the accessories. So we're gonna see what happens next week. Also, speaking of Supreme and different accessories, so we got hats down here. Now we've been doing giveaways for the car stuff. Now you literally have a plethora of Supreme choices to choose from. On the count of Air Max Day, like the hats, we have plethora,
Endless.
endless. So if you are still trying to get a giveaway, because somebody asked me on YouTube, was giveaway over? No, it's not. It's not over. We still got the car stuff. Nobody has got it. 1,000 subscribers we trying to get to.
1,000 subscribers, the Supreme can be yours. The cause can be yours. We have options, people. All we need is your help, your support. Thank you for the ones who are supporting and
Yes.
continue support. But just know that once we hit our number, something special coming for you guys. Supreme, cause, and depends. We might throw some art in there. It all
You
depends.
never know. You never know. But thank you for the ones that are following and continue to follow. So, next up, if you didn't get a chance to get your hands on it, the Yeezy 700 Wave Runner Inertia. My take on it, I think it's a cool shoe. All 700s are comfortable. Let me start there. If you have a 700, it is very, very comfortable. It still has the boost in it. Any of the 700s that you have are very comfortable. Just for, can you hold this for me, please, sir? Just to let you know, all Wave Runner boxes are the same. They don't change. 700 on the front. The tag in the front, what size? This happened to be a size 9. The back, ours is made by Adidas. You know what I'm saying? You have your product code on the front. 700 boxes are all the same. Inside is usually just brown paper. It's always the same. It doesn't change. So for the Yeezy Inertia, it's very comfortable. All Wave Runners are comfortable. So if you said to yourself, and I haven't really got one, this one's very inexpensive. It's
Very.
still going for close to retail right
Which
now.
is surprising.
Yeah, which now it's like that one is $340. That's the top of the line for it. But when you get it, you pay $310 or $320 depending on where you get it from. Get it from Yeezy Supplies, $320. Get it from another site, $310 because of the tax.
Yeah,
So
depending on where you are.
it's $340, $20 more for retail. I mean, you can't really beat it. If you want a pair of Wave Runners, this is the most inexpensive one to get right
This
now.
is the time to get them.
And it's the time to get them right now.
Yeah, to me, I think it's a good summer shoe. The colorway, I like the gray. I like the ice blue hit that they put on there. The suede.
The suede is very smooth.
It's a lot of good material on here. The 3M, they do the traditional 3M, 3 stripes on the side. The tongue's kind of the same as your traditional 700. Honestly, I don't see many differences with any other 700 with this one. I like how they did the sole, the off-white sole, the cream sole. I mean, to me, it's a beautiful shoe. I know the hype wasn't crazy on it, maybe because the release numbers were high, but to me, it's a beautiful shoe. I love it. Haven't copped it yet, but I will be in the future, just because it's a good shoe to have, and they're so cozy. When I tell you I wear these bad boys out like something, they're crazy, and they're comfortable. And another thing I really, really like with like most shoes, Yeezys, Jordans, whatever, is how they're giving you the off-white or the black, the gum soles.
Mm-hmm.
So as you wear them, you're wearing them out, it doesn't look like you're wearing out your shoe. And this shoe itself is very durable. Like I've worn this at least 50 times, and it'd be hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's dope.
So that's how I take on nerd shit, and I'll give you a close up so you can see. You know, and remember, if you need anything authenticated, anything that you might look at and you say, I don't know if it's,
We're here for you.
We're here for you. Send it to us. Like I said, we might charge a small fee, maybe just for the shipping to get it, maybe authenticate it. But this shoe, to me, I like it. It's a cool shoe. Comfortable wise, you can't beat it. So if you're looking for a Wave Runner right now, this is the one to get. It's cheap and expensive. You don't have to pay. If you go look for the original ones,
You think the Yeezy market's kind of like bottoming out though?
no.
I think to a degree it is.
I think
Like OGs are not, like the OG colorways.
that's
each
what I'm
iteration.
saying. The OGs like these, these are expensive, like cause these are the OG ones, but they released 3 times. So if you didn't get them, that's kind of on you. So what I would like to see, no dogs were harmed in making of this film, but one is about to be.
This is hilarious.
Hey, we're filming. We're filming.
Can we please?
Be great. Thank you.
Yeah, you sit right there. This is gonna be the official mascot right here.
And
The Soul Plug mascot right here.
right here. So if you decide to get these, you release 3 times. They're kind of expensive, but I don't think Yeezy market is leveling out, only because we see it time and time again. And me, you always talk about this. In another 6 months,
Longevity wise, they'll go up.
yeah, of course. So it's not really bothering them now. It's just right now people are like, I don't want them.
Yeah.
But if you get them,
I think
and you can hold them, you can withstand holding them for a couple of months, you'll at least go to 500.
I think it's a gift and a curse right now. Like how Kanye is like approaching everything. Like it seems right now that he's doing the Sunday services that he's kind of getting back to traditional Kanye. So you see like the market is kind of altering towards that. His actions are now shifting the market to and from. I think, like you said, like 2 to 3 years from now, these will be back on top. Those will be through the roof. 700s, 750s. I really don't know about the 350s. The 350s are kind of like, they're pushing out so many colorways. If you guys saw last episode, you saw
It's the OGs ones that's gonna get hold of value. The Olive, Solas, Belugas, Turtle Doves,
Yeah.
Moon Rocks. If you have any of those dead stock, those are the ones that
15, 12.
because you don't even see nobody wearing them no more.
Yeah.
So if you got a dead stock pair of those are what you
Check
get.
the IG. I posted the Turtle Doves. I'll post them again.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I don't think Yeezy market is crashing. People are like, oh, no. It's not because
Crash.
People-
No, but going down, I do.
like this. This is a $300 shoe.
See the retail. We had this discussion before. The retail is already so high
Right.
that.
But people are still buying it.
Oh, absolutely.
So if it was bothering
It's a
them,
comfortable shoe.
I know it was bothering them out. I think people would have a big issue paying $300. But when they drop, you still got people saying, "I got them."
Yeah.
Then that tells me that people are still interested in what he has.
True.
Maybe not what he has to say so much no more, but
So the product is bigger than the
then
artist now.
yeah, exactly.
I can see that.
Because he's a musically he's an icon. Like if you separate his politics from just his art,
Politics or politics?
you know, I like that. So you separate it, you know, because like even like you said, this product is bigger than him to me.
Yeah, I think so.
Because Red October's ain't went down.
Yeah.
He can wear the MAGA hat. He can
Actually go with the MAGA hat, which is really, really crazy. If you look at the Red Octobers and the MAGA hat, it's like perfect.
He can do whatever. Red October's ain't drop.
Yeah, true.
If
Yeah,
you got 10 pair of Red Octobers, you sitting on $50K.
Yeah, easy.
Easy. So So it's one of the top of things, and his merchandise, people still buying his clothes.
Yeah.
Yeezy season is still popping in Europe.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I guess so.
you know, it just
Adidas did say, well, I'm not sure if it came directly from Adidas or it was like one of those analytic type sites that values brands, but they did say the Yeezy brand as itself, because he has split away from Adidas in terms of ownership.
right.
So he does have full ownership and creative control for Yeezy. And they did say it was a $1 billion company, which is pretty amazing within itself. So to say that he did something like that, do you think Nike looks at it and like, man, we had that, we let it get away? Or,
Nike's too arrogant to look at it that way.
but I mean, behind the closed
All right,
doors.
put like this. If you take away the arrogance, anybody would be upset. I don't care who you are. Because you need to tell me all he wanted at the time was royalties. He didn't even ask for his own company yet.
Yeah.
So if you could say, all right, Kanye, we're gonna give you a piece, like we're gonna do a Jordan brand. We're gonna give you Yeezy brand over here, and we're gonna give you royalties on your shoes. He would have stayed with Virgil.
Yeah.
Now, could you imagine that Virgil on the same team?
That's crazy.
All fight still would have came
But
out.
see, to me, honestly, I'm a strong believer that right now, even with Virgil at least working with Nike, even with Don C working with Nike and Converse and all that, Nike owns Converse, I still feel like, because their man's like, they're tight, that they still get that phone call, they still get that input. He may not go to Portland and go to the Nike campus, obviously.
Right.
But I still feel like his hand's in there. It's same thing with Jerry Lorenzo. I'm sorry, I mean, I don't even want to talk about the shoe, but you know what I'm talking about. That shoe that he just dropped, if you look at it and you compare it to a 700 or a 750, like you see like his hands are in there.
But that's my point.
The
So-
influence is so great.
Right. But Kanye, for all this stuff, that's what I'm saying. If Nike arrogance would have kept, if Nike wasn't Nike, they would have kept Kanye. I think this would have been different.
I think it would have been different, but would have been better.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Like seeing this now, we had this conversation again before. Like the limited branding that they give you, or the covert branding. To me, the shoe can stand alone as
Put
just
like
a
this.
shoe.
I would love to see a wave run on Nike.
I wouldn't, because Nike right now is taking the whole dad shoe market and they've gone crazy with it.
Right.
To me,
But if
it's not even arguable. This is a dad shoe. At the end of the day, it's a dad shoe. It's a chunky dad shoe. It's bulky. It's comfortable. It is what it is. The colors kind of vary from your traditional dad shoe, but at the end of the day, like Nike doing what they do, throwing swooshes all over it.
But
I wouldn't have liked it.
No, but I think it was Yeezy brand. That's what I'm saying. If he had his own brand, his own bubble.
I don't think it would have been the same.
I don't know. I would, and you know what's funny?
The influence would have been too crazy.
Hey, mark my words. I bet Kanye got a Nike version of this somewhere. Like I bet Kanye
I'm
like.
pretty sure he had cooked up something.
I bet he wrote it like, let me just show y'all what you would have had type stuff.
I bet he would have, but like how Adidas carried it, like this shoe itself stands alone as a designer shoe.
No, it's smooth.
It just happens to have that 3 stripe hidden to the point where you say, oh man, this is a Nike shoe.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
I mean, Adidas shoe.
Very, very smooth. So that's a comment. Y'all comment below. Let us know what y'all think about it. What y'all would like to see if Kanye would have still been on Nike, or you know, if you like the Kanye West 700 how it is, the wave runner. Let us know. So today, what do you have on, my guy?
All right, today I was kind of bumming a little bit. I cotton on Tokyo Green Scully H&M shirt with the bubble print. What it says, I do not know. I don't even know if it actually says anything. I just thought the shirt was dope. It reminded me of Cause when I saw the X's and the bubbles. It was like it causes early work. He did it in like bubble font. Cotton on pants with the side zips. I wasn't paying like $600 for a pair of Fear of God pants that looked exactly the same. So I was like, these will do. And some Just Do It Nikes. I honestly don't remember the model of these, but they're so comfortable. They remind me of Prestos without the strap, but they do have their own little strap that just says Just Do It on it. And unfortunately, I was a violator today. I'm gonna go ahead and take this shoe off, even though it's really, really tough to get back on. I was that violator today. I got on the Adidas socks with the Nike shoes. I disrespected myself. And for that, I apologize, Joe.
It's okay. So today what I got on, something really simple. If you're from the 90s, you know Good Burgers shirt. Got it as
The show's coming back. They said the show's coming back.
all that. Yeah, all that will be coming back.
I thought Good Burger was coming back too, or no?
But I might be, but I know they're supposed to do all that as well. If you don't know what I'm talking about, YouTube All That was a classic Nickelodeon show. Good Burger was a movie that was made in 1996. I know to y'all millennials like that's old. It was a classic when it came out. Take a look at it. But Good Burger shirt, got it from Spencer's. I get a lot of my stuff from Spencer's. remember, like he just said, you can shop cheap. You don't have to shop expensive and still be fly.
Exactly.
You know, Levi jeans, stained jeans, as you see, simple. And, Air Max 95, Baltimore colorway, Halloween, whatever you like to call it. I'm a big fan of Air Max 95, like I told you before. It's one of the most comfortable shoes. You know, very comfortable. So that's all I got on today. Oh, and for belt wise, I'm a big belt person. Jack the Ripper, if you don't know, Jack is a Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a good movie, so I got my belt from Spencer. So remember, you don't have to shop at Spencer to be fly. This guy right just told you, he not gonna spend $6 on full guy pants when they get the same things,
Exactly the same.
look the same for cheaper.
I think they were like all of $50, if that.
So start commenting with your fits or start sending us pictures. We'll post you fly fits only. We'll post you stuff like that. We'll start posting different fits. So if you got a fit you want to show out and show to the world, let us know. Also, what you got for art today, my guy?
Art today. Boom. Ironically enough, the Supreme Kermit, Fairchild Paris. It's an artist in LA. He does a lot of like what's the best way to say, like pop like references and iconography when it comes to certain things. Like this particular one was the Supreme. Shout out to G Money. She knows who she is. She told me about him. She told me where to go get him. Thank you so much. I was able to snatch up a couple pieces. This particular one to me was my favorite. They are signed by the artist. These are actually prints. Signed by the artist and then numbered. This one is 586 of 1,000. They have a smaller version that's of 500 and a smaller version that's probably about half this, that's of 300. This particular place where I went to go get this one, they had the 1,000 versions, so I was able to cop. But I think this is just one of those like amazing pieces because the Kermit, if you guys are familiar with the Kermit BOGO, you have Kermit, him wearing the BOGO, and the shirt itself is Kermit. It's pretty much a Kermit.
If you can find one of those right now, they're going for big braids.
Big bread. I want to say the Kermit tee goes for like $1,200.
Yeah.
So just getting a picture with the Kermit and the Kermit tee, I think is pretty dope. From the actual artist, the Supreme backdrop that he did himself, I think it's dope. And for what it is, guess how much I paid for this? Drum roll, please. $29.99.
Boom, 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 boom.
Reselling this is pretty decent. They go for around $120, $130, depending. This particular one, this actual the Kermit, it goes roughly just shy of 200. So good cop for $30. Again, you don't always have to go crazy and expensive to have a good investment.
So once again, never have to spend a lot of money to make a dope investment. I want y'all to understand that. So I caught one, and we'll maybe show my art on the next one. But you have to go a lot to get more bang for your buck. Just do your research out there and look.
Absolutely.
I tell everybody, you got Google, you got YouTube, use your tools to your advantage.
Yes, sir.
So, once again,
Supreme Extravaganza for you guys.
cause extravaganza.
You got it.
You let us know.
All you need is subscribe.
We are working very, very hard. We're not going to stop. This is going to be our 14th episode.
Yep.
So, we're working hard.
Please.
We got a lot of stuff coming new. We got merch coming, so beware.
Yep.
So, at the end of the day, subscribe, man.
That's all we want.
Follow.
Follow, subscribe,
Hit
tell
the
a friend
bell.
to tell a friend.
You have anything else for the people, sir?
Nope. Be kind to your animals. Hopefully I'll continue to be kind to mine after this video.
Remember, follow the Soul Plug Show. Follow Eclectic Soul Cafe
Follow.
at YPFP_. Follow Mr. Eddie Von Clay.
Thank you for all the love and support in my comments. Let's try to move some of that towards the Soul Plug Show, but I greatly appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you for all the help and advice for those out there giving it. Greatly
Yes.
appreciate it.
So, this has been the Soul Plug Show.
The Soul Plug Show.
Subscribe, follow, comment, like, hit the bell.
Please.